there, Irene, right?
Yes.
So, hi there, I'm Natasha. I'm going to be your occupational therapy student today. I'm here today. Well, first of all, have you had occupational therapy before?
No.
So, what occupational therapy does is we pretty much try to help you out with living as independently as possible in your day-to-day life. So, we kind of look at any issues or problem areas that you might have in your daily life where you think you could maybe improve or where you can make some changes to kind of be more efficient or try to have like a better quality of life doing that. So what I'm here to do today is we have this assessment called COPM, and it's just kind of going to look at those areas of your life where you feel you might are important to you, where you feel like you could make some changes, or you could possibly try to make new habits or routines with them. So what I'm going to do is pretty much just administer the assessment for you. It's just going to be some questions going through it, and it's going to have 3 sections. The first one is going to be about self-care. That's just kind of how you go through your daily life personally. We have productivity, which is, things like work, school, how you feel like you're doing productivity-wise in your life, pretty much. And then the last one we have is leisure, which is just things that you might like to do for fun. So before we start, do you have any questions? Does that sound okay with you?
Yes.
Okay.
No questions.
So I'm going to go ahead and start, and if you don't mind, I will be taking some notes and jotting some stuff down, if that's okay with you.
Yes.
All right. So we'll just get right into it. So the first section that we have is self-care. How do you feel that you're doing in things like personal care? So maybe if you have like how you're dressing, eating, how you groom yourself, how do you feel you're doing in that area?
I think I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Just kind of like you go through your routine in the day, everything's fine?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. So the next one that we have is about functional mobility. It's just about things like how you get around your home, maybe how you get out of your bed, get just like in different rooms, indoors or outdoors, so maybe your backyard or in your house.
No issues there.
And then the next question I have is about how you are doing within your community. So are you able to kind of go out, transport yourself, do things like shopping, go to the bank and manage finances and stuff like that?
I haven't really been going out. I've just been really staying home, and that's pretty much my day unless I have to get groceries or something. So.
Right. And how come you don't really, is there a reason why you don't really feel like going out that much?
I think I'm feeling a lot more depressed and unmotivated to really do anything anymore. So.
Gotcha. All right. So we'll move on to the next section. So it's for productivity. So the first question that I have is about how you're doing with your work. So like paid jobs maybe, or unpaid jobs, volunteering that you might be doing.
I had to stop working. Just wasn't doing well there, so I just wasn't feeling motivated to stay working. So.
Gosh, and what did you used to do for your work?
I was working at the grocery store. Sorry, something just flew in my eyes. So.
No worries. Grocery store. And it's kind of the same thing. You just feel unmotivated to kind of get back to doing that right after the incident that happened with you.
Mm.
Gotcha. So we'll be moving on. For your household management, that's just kind of how you maybe do around your house, like cleaning, moving things around, or managing anything pretty much inside of your household.
Like I said, I don't really do much, so.
Mm-hmm. Does anybody do it for you, or are you kind of?
No, I mean sometimes my aunt and uncle help me, but that's about it.
Do you have a good relationship with them? Is that all okay?
I mean, I live with them, so I hope they have a good relationship. I don't really talk to them, so.
Gotcha. We'll come back to that, okay?
Okay.
Alright. So the next section that I have is asking about your education and your schooling. So how do you feel that you're doing in that area, or are you going to school at all?
I am going to school, but I'm not doing well. I'm thinking about dropping out, so.
Okay. How come you're thinking about dropping out?
Well, just not doing as well as I need to be.
Right. And do you also feel like that might be due to the kind of unmotivated state that you said you're feeling as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the next section that we have is about the leisure. So do you have any activities that you do for like quiet time, maybe like reading or crafting, or any hobbies that you might be interested in?
No, I really just kind of stay home and try to work on my own work, and that's pretty much my day.
Gotcha.
No leisure activities.
Right. So how about any activities where you might be kind of active in them? So maybe like going out to do any sports, or going on any outings like hikes, traveling anywhere. How do you feel about that?
I guess I used to hang out with my friends a lot, but just haven't found the motivation to actually hang out with them and talk to them.
Gotcha. And that kind of leads into our next question that I have regarding your like social participation. And this can be in regards to like friends or family, or even maybe acquaintances that you're not so familiar with, like at school or anywhere outside. How do you feel you're doing in socializing or going, making phone calls, going to parties and things like that with friends and family?
I don't think I'm doing well there. I would like to start talking to my friends and my family more, but after recent incidents, I just am really sad. So.
All right, so I've jotted some stuff down from that interview, and that kind of concludes it. But I'm going to want to go over the things that we kind of just talked about. So it seems like you have, you mentioned getting back to school as a student, or not really getting back to school, but kind of having trouble, I guess, navigating through school with after the incident and stuff like that, and feeling kind of unmotivated and wanting to drop out. We also have issues getting out of the house. So you had said that you don't really feel any motivation to kind of go out or do anything anywhere, and also to socialize with friends and family as well. And you're having issues with that. And then you also mentioned that you are wanting to return to work, but that you kind of aren't able to because of the feelings that you're having right now. So I want you to go ahead and kind of, if you can, rank those categories in order of importance to you. So the first one would be most important to you, and then second one would be second most important, and so on. So out of those four, your performance in school, getting out of the house, getting back to work, and then socializing with family and friends, which do you think is the most important for you?
I think going back to school would be the first.
Gotcha. And then your second?
Probably getting out the house.
Yeah.
And I want to say communication.
Communication?
And the last one is going back to work.
Gotcha. Okay, so what we're going to do next is I'm going to go through each of these, and I want you to kind of let me know how you feel like you're performing or you're doing in these categories. And then I'm going to have you also kind of talk about how happy or satisfied you are with that performance. So the first one that we have for you is getting back to school. So how do you feel that your performance is in this category right now? How well do you think you're doing? To make it kind of easier terms.
I'm not doing well at all, honestly.
Well, so on a scale of 1 to 10, would you say 1 being the worst, 10 being, the absolute best? What kind of number would you give that?
Maybe like a 3.
3? Okay. And how happy are you with your performance in that right now?
3.
And then we have getting out of the house and kind of like doing things, being more involved. How would you say that you feel you're doing in this category right now on a scale of 1 to 10?
I barely go outside the house, so I would have to say 1.
Nice. And how happy are you with that performance?
Probably like a 3.
And then we had the socializing with friends and family and how that's kind of taken also a hit after the incident and stuff like that. So how would you say that you are performing in this area on a scale of 1 to 10?
Probably like a 2.
2. How satisfied or happy are you with that 2?
3.
And then we have, for our last category, is the getting back to work. How would you say that you are doing right now in your progress towards wanting to return to work?
Probably like a 3.
3. And how happy are you with this?
Probably the same.
Another 3? Okay. Alright, so I've made these kind of notes about your performance and how you kind of view how you're doing in these categories and how happy you are with these performances. And this is just so that when we kind of meet next time, we can go over some goals maybe that we can make to try to kind of, I guess, improve some parts of this and like maybe start getting back to being more independent and functional in these categories. So I want to thank you for, sharing all of your insight and your feelings. Like I said, next time we'll go ahead and meet up, kind of go over some of these, and based on the rankings that we have them, we're going to try to prioritize, what do you think is going to be best to make your most important goals, and then we'll kind of go through that to just try to help you out a little bit in these aspects. So if that is pretty much all I have, so do you have any other questions for me?
No.
No? Okay, well, thank you so much for your time, Irene. Thank you for sharing again. So I'll see you in our next session, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.